Rules of KYRGYZ fight. Conditions of the competitions. Sırma KUROSH, after one defeat should be disqualified, the fighters, not the finalist, will compete for the third place. If the number will reach 5 people, the competition will be carried out in circular system. The fight takes place on the special carpet. The size of the special carpet is 12 on 12 meters. Diameter of the circle, which is the venue of the fight, is 9 meters. The width of the control red band is 1 meter. Types of the competition: the personal championship, team championship, and absolute championship. The beginning of the fight. Tying the belt must be tied tightly. Fighters placing. Fighters take by 2 hands for the belt in the specified locations. Hands are attached to each other. Fighters stay against each other, waiting for the whistle. Fighters stand within the planned border. If fighters do not fight and run away from the fight, the referee makes the first comment, and after the second comment, 1 point is scored. Fighters' age category. Adults over 20 years. If the skills of fighters are present in age of 17 or 18-year-old do fit, then according to doctor's permission, they have a right to fill in adult category. Youth between 18 and 20 years old. Adolescents between 15 and 17 years old. Weight categories. Adults up to 55 kilograms, up to 60 kilograms, up to 66 kilograms, up to 74 kilograms, up to 84 kilograms, up to 96 kilograms, and over 96 kilograms. Judge: Chief Referee, Assistant of the Chief Referee, Chief Secretary, Median Referee, Side Referee, Stopwatcher, Commandant of the competition, Doctor, Leader, and others. Cleanliness and dressing of the fighters. Spacious white trousers, the upper part should be naked, torso. Fighters should go to the carpet in a soft leather shoes, racerback, blue and red belts. Belts are tightened firmly in the navel level. Fighters' body should be without wounds, without body harm, and also nails should be clipped. Fights without the above equipment are not allowed. All teams participants take a part in the competition with its own dressing and belts. Fighters weighing. Weighting takes place in 1 day, on the request, before the competition starts. According to the regulations on carrying out of competitions, sportsmen who have been late on a weighing are not allowed to participate. Sportsmen are allowed to participate after the medical examination. During the weighing, the draw procedure is held. Monitoring weighing is vested on a chief referee and chief secretary of competitions. The results of weighing are announced during the meeting with the representatives of the teams. Terms used during the fighting. Right stretching down with stepping over from the left. A knockdown with chip. Raise leg and keep raised. Stretch down holding legs. Chip from inside, tokonek or hamshakl. Stretching down from under hip. Stretching down from under lumbar. Stretching down from under knee. Stretching down from under chest. Stretching down after pulling. Stretching down by pulling, forced to sit. Stretching down by twisting. Stretching down with overhead arcing back. Stretching down by twisting. Make a jerk holding by the neck with 1 hand. Grasp vitals kick. Hold over arms of the opponent for chip from inside. Hold with hands from above to twist and stretching down with legs. Hold with hands from above to twist opponent's leg with your leg. For pulling up and stretching down, passing from under armpit. Note: start a fight raising hands is possible only after the whistle of the referee. Median referee monitors the process of the fight. If fighters do not fight, the fight command is made. Then, if the fighter does not begin to fight, the referee stops the fight and shall deduct 1 point in favor of another sportsman. The fighter pulls down both hands from the belt of the rival, and then he is declared a fault and 1 point is scored to his rival. If the fighter withdraws his hand from the belt and within 10 seconds does not make a trick, he returns and hand on the normal position. If both of the fighters simultaneously fall, the points are scored to none. If, during the fight, the fighters go out to the special borders, the fight will be stopped and the fighter should return to the center of the circle. If during the fight both sportsmen will fall outside of the border, they return to the center of the circle. If the trick is made and the fighter by the most part of the body falls on the red strip and both shoulders are on the carpet, he defeats. During the fight, the fighters have no right to tie the belt and ask to the doctor without the permission of the referee. Prohibited tricks in the fight KYRGYZ. Hold on trousers tucked together with belt. Hold with hands above to grab trousers together with vitals area. Hacking of arms and body with pinching. Lie along, releasing both hands for protection. Leaning with hands on inner sides of hip. Headlock with passing of neck behind armpit. Lock below back belt. Legs hold. Leaning with the head of protection. Squaring elbow for protection. Rough elbow lock, outweighing arms. Removing both arms from opponent's belt for protection. Use the catch drawing both hands on the belt. Pushing off the hand and face by inner sides of palms. Kick with foot against legs of the opponent. Scores. 2 scores. If the fighter falls on the side. If the most part of the body is outside the borders, trick 2 scores. In the case of trick outside the red stripe, 1 score. Fall backwards. If the most part of the body is outside the borders, a trick for 1 score. To put on hips. If fighters do not fight and run away from the fight, the referee makes the first comment and after the second comment, 1 point is scored. If both hands come down from the belt of the rival. If the rival runs away from the carpet. Note: if a fighter deliberately delays the time during the belt's tying. If the fighter goes beyond the carpet by his leg or by the whole part of the body. If the belt was not firmly bound or deliberately relaxed. If fighter puts one or both hands on the front of the hip. In case the fighter withdraws his hand from the belt and within 10 seconds does not make a trick. At the beginning of a fight, against the rules to avoid a fight. In case of being late on the fight, up to 1 minute. If a fighter slowly adjusts the belt and clothing in order to take a breath. In the case of prohibited tricks being used. Disqualification from competitions. In case of being late to the competition for more than 1 minute. If the provision of health care exceeds 3 minutes. 3 comments was made by the referee. Disqualification from the fight. When a dispute or fight with the judge submitted for consideration of judges occurs, the fighter is excluded from this fight. Then by the decision of federation, the fighter will be excluded from the fight for a term of from 1 to 3 years. Making results. A full victory. Victory by score. If the scores of fighters are the same, then the victory is awarded to the last one who got a score. The fighter who received 3 comments is disqualified from the competition. If the difference in scores is 8-0, a full victory is awarded.